assalamu alaikum, good morning, khush aamdeed ji, ayanu goeiemorgen, ishbata.
Pocheragale, ni hao, chunushumme, washmale, Ohio, Gonzaimes, guten Morgen, hola, bonjour, privyet, kaifahal, hale shuma chatore, ahlan wasalan marhaba, buna, mucho, gracias, swabia, balli karaya. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into PTV World. You're definitely watching World this morning alongside the very amazing, the very supportive, the very stunning, the very handsome, the very smart, the very intelligent Shahzad Hasan Khan. And with me, I have the very amazing, superb, talented, the extraordinarily supportive, and I think the right term would be the very extraordinary and grand Miss Shiza Hashmi. Hello, Shiza.
Wow.
How are you doing today?
Thank you so much. I'm doing absolutely great, doing even better after my introduction.
Wow.
So thank you for that. And well, it's great you did your own intro as well. But I want to take you back to yesterday, where because we had this conversation on the show about the rain and whatnot,
Yes.
right?
And you said that it's going to rain yesterday.
I did.
Yep.
So they were also, because a lot of people watch our show, so there were people writing to me about our discussion, and some of them were siding with me and some of them were siding with you.
Wow.
You know, people actually wrote that they believe that it's going to rain. So I'm sorry for letting you down, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday it did not, which made me realize from now on I am strictly going to listen to the Met Department Pakistan rather than my iOS
Phone.
weather thingy. Yes. So that's that. But it did rain
exactly.
today,
But
though.
in addition to that, I think that the kind of rain which is taking place over in Islamabad, ladies and gentlemen, is the rain which you call serene rain.
It's
Or
so
you
pretty.
call that, you know, this is the kind of rain which will soothe your soul. Or you can call that, you know, this is the kind of rain which you really look forward to having a cup of coffee alongside your partner or with your friends, probably standing on your terrace or probably a hilltop as well.
Oh,
You know, so
wow.
for all of those people who really want to go make their day fantastic, please make sure that you guys are ready, prepared, and, you know, just do not go far away, because it's only 8,000 cars which are only allowed in Murray per day.
Definitely, but also it's bringing a lot of fog around,
Yep.
and not only in areas of cities that are sort of, you know, warned about it, like Lahore and adjacent areas, but even in Islamabad for that matter. So for all of those people traveling to either airport or traveling through motorway or, you know, all those places,
Yeah.
make sure to check for
Good one.
fog beforehand, of course, or for any kind of weather updates, so you are safe out there and whoever you're traveling with is safe as well.
Exactly. And, you know, since you mentioned about traveling to airport,
Yeah.
I know where you were actually pointing, because, ladies and gentlemen, we're very lucky that, inshallah, on 23rd of March, which we actually know it as Pakistan Day as well, you know, from Peshawar More till the new airport, the metro bus inauguration will actually take place.
Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a 27-kilometer route as well, and, you know, it's just going to be at par with, you know, the international standards, because that's how you can actually catch a bus, you know, in the foreign countries as well, and make your way towards the airport, which is why, you know, in further details, I would let you know preparations are underway to inaugurate the metro bus service from Peshawar More to the new Islamabad International Airport on the March 23rd. The Peshawar More Central Station will function as a designated pickup point. The National Highway Authority had previously completed the 27-kilometer road from Peshawar More to the new Islamabad Airport in March last year. For this purpose, the total cost incurred was rupees 16 billion.
Oh, wow.
Further, a capital mass transit authority will be set up to oversee the management and the service of the buses. The authority will be constituted under an act of parliament with full control vested in it under the Capital Development Authority.
This is going to be so convenient, to be honest, Shahzad, for all the people who even come from outside of Islamabad to use Islamabad Airport, right? Because I'll tell you what, if you don't have
Not
your
from
own
outside.
car, a lot of people do actually.
No, because, you know, if you're taking, if, for example, you're coming from Lahore to Islamabad, you actually have a junction where you can go off, you know, and you can actually reach the airport.
Oh, yeah,
So
of
you do
course.
not really have to come to Peshawar. But I think from people within Islamabad,
Yeah.
and from people coming from Murray and, you know, other parts of the city as well, I think it will be more convenient for them, because whenever you go to the airport, you know, it's so rushy at the drop lane or probably even at the pickup lane as well. So it's just as simple as that. You got out of the plane, you pick up your bags, and then you do, you know, you just get onto the bus and, you know, probably come to Peshawar More, and then ask your driver to be at Peshawar More, because that makes it more simpler.
Yeah, and it's going to be really so convenient as well. And I absolutely love how, I mean, in the manifesto of this very government, of course, it's said that it's going to be the people's government. It's going to literally listen to the aam insan and the real life issues that people are facing on a daily basis. And I think they're doing that. While, of course, this metro bus being one of them. Among those things, Shahzad, I think the the government, especially our Premier Imran Khan Sahib, is paying a lot of attention to making Pakistan a knowledge-based economy, a tech-based economy, and be at par with the world as well, because we do realize we're about 75-ish years behind in terms of tech as compared to the other world. So, well, within 4 years of the government, we have, paid a lot of attention to it in the way that tech valleys have been created, tech parks have been created, and a lot
Tech
of
zones have been
tech
created.
zones have been created, yes. And this was just recently, our Premier Imran Khan Sahib actually launched one in KPK as well. This was in Haripur, was it?
Exactly, and to kind of dissect what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a good omen for all of those Pakistanis who are out there, because this is the need of the hour as well, because Prime Minister Imran Khan launched the Pakistan Digital City Technology Zone in Haripur on Monday. But kind of getting into the details, Prime Minister Imran Khan visited Khyber Pakhtunkhwa on Monday to perform the groundbreaking of the Pakistan Digital City Special Technology Zone project. And I guess that that this is what will take Pakistan forward. We have been talking about it, that we are an agriculture-based economy, and how we really need to transition from agriculture-based economy to tech-based economy as well, because for all of those countries, we know as developed countries, their economies are actually totally dependent on technology now, rather than agriculture or any other industry for that matter.
Absolutely, but
But
Shazad, if you realize, okay, I mean, we love talking about it, and definitely that's the
And
way
we love
forward
too
as well.
much. This is what our bosses say.
Of course, we love talking as well. That is two different things. But ladies and gentlemen, with the pace that the entire world is headed towards, becoming an entirely technological existence, or an entirely technological world.
Autonomous.
Autonomous as well, yes. Thank you for adding that.
Yep.
It kind of scares you. It scares me. I don't know about you guys, so I think I'm going to just speak for myself. Have you watched like a lot of movies or TV shows, for that matter, which literally tell you the premise of what's going to happen if robots or machines or automated AIs whatsoever take control, or, I mean, become leaders?
Well,
I mean, we are going down the drain.
I mean, we certainly
It's
do not
scary.
want them to be leaders, and we certainly do not want this technology to be in the hands of a person who really do not think good of humanity.
But automated cars
But
are
it
there
is scary.
already, and it makes
which
you
is
think
why
where
I can relate to that, because
Okay.
I've watched this film and I've been telling everybody on the television screen that ladies and gentlemen, that fiction actually becomes reality.
It does.
So I saw this film, and it was starring Will Smith, and there was this another lady, and they were traveling in a very automated car, which was actually not supposed to be driven. It was self-driven or auto-driven as well. And then, there was a person who actually hacked the car and made it end up in an accident. So, eventually, the wife of Will Smith actually, within the movie, loses her life and whatnot. Not just that, we have even seen iRobot, where, this robot actually had human-like behavior, and how all the other robots started attacking people or humans as well. So, we've seen those films.
It's scary.
To my existence, ladies and gentlemen, it makes me feel really scared, and everybody should be scared, because this news is circulating all over the social media. We've verified it from 2 more sources as well. For example, Daily Mail's UK, and there's another source. So please go ahead, take a look at this one. This is scary. Yes. So imagine, ladies and gentlemen, this news just came in. Yeah, this is scary.
So this has been going on social media actually. Some people who are really, really good with their abilities, of course, yes, hacking as well. They claim that because Tesla is entirely automated as well, and a lot of new technologies have gone into it, they claim that they can control more than one Teslas from different parts of the world. Remotely, of course, because of course they think there's a bug in it, or maybe there's something with the software.
And it can happen.
It can happen, of course.
So imagine you're
going
to Pindi and somebody has hacked into your car, and he takes you to Murray. I mean, this is not what you want.
Yeah, definitely. And one particular hacker, for that matter, ladies and gentlemen, oh my God, these kids are so brilliant. He's just 19 years old, and he says that he can control at one time 20 Teslas, and not just the car, but the driver as well. I mean,
and over here, I think I should tell everybody that there's only one Tesla model which is fully automated, which can actually work on autopilot. So I think he's referring to that one. But all of these cars which are coming in these days, they're all computerized. They're computers. They're artificial intelligence in there as well. And the world is doing wonderful things, but there are other people who are not doing a lot of wonderful things. But the best part is that this 19-year-old actually voluntarily spoke about it, so that Tesla can actually fix it as well. So yeah, in days to come, we hope that Tesla is going to fix it. A lot of people actually think Elon Musk is actually there inspiration. Do you think Elon Musk needs to be an inspiration for the
I
future
mean, it's not
generations?
mine, whatever. I mean,
I
for
think he's a
sure,
great guy.
I do. We have to appreciate the fact that man got us somewhere in terms of, I mean, in terms of wealth, of course, when he had it, he made sure to take the earth somewhere.
Yeah.
With just this statement or this line, I mean to say, the access we have now, or the photographic or the video images that we have now, this could not have been done without a private intervention. So I think hats off to that.
I'm sorry that I'm taking a lot more time as well, but ladies and gentlemen, whenever we talk about Elon Musk, I think Tesla, he's done a great job, but there's this other company where he wants to go to Mars, probably, and I think it's more about real estate. It's more about getting onto another planet first, and then dividing it for people to live, and then selling it to other people. Because all of these things are global commons. You know, the first one to get over there will certainly have the rights to sell them
I
as
mean,
well.
the rover, his rover is already there, so
Exactly.
we'll see that. But yes, that was on another note, just to sort of create a picture of where we're headed into. But ladies and gentlemen, this was probably 2 days back. We had a show, and we got an immense response on it as well, because it's the first time in so many years that WBC is coming to Pakistan.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you know, when we speak about WBC, ladies and gentlemen, it's the World Boxing Council, and they're coming down to Pakistan for a title fight, which is the Arabian Sea title fight, which is going to take place in between Pakistani contender and Afghani contender as well. The best part is that Mr. Mark Lodge was here, Peter McDonough, former boxer, was here as well.
Yes.
Mark Lodge is the trainer for the person who's actually representing Pakistan as well.
Yes.
I think his name is
Muzaffar, yes.
Yes, that's what his name was or is. But now, ladies and gentlemen, I think what we really need to talk about is that other than cricket, there are other sports which are picking up in the country. May it be MMA, may it be combat sports, may it be karate, may it be boxing, may it be any other sport, may it be football. You know, we have people who are representing on a larger platform, and that too they want to bring people over here so that football can eventually grow. So I think that's the best part. PTV Sports has played an immense and a beautiful and a very important role, and it's because of the fact that they make sure that they give equal time to each and every sport over here in Pakistan. Yes, we have to focus more on cricket because that's what the masses love, but eventually the things are changing. So which is why today what we're going to do is that we're very lucky that we've been joined by the Director of Media Affairs of WBC. But before I introduce him, what I want you guys to do is remember that on the 22nd of August, this title fight is going to take place in Liaquat Gymnasium Sports Complex on the 21st of January 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, there will be all of these boxers and all of these trainers will be visiting Centaurus for a meet and greet session as well, obviously from a distance because of the COVID SOPs in place. But first things first, go ahead, take a look at this trailer. When you guys will come back, we will be in conversation with Director of Media Affairs WBC. Let's see what he has to say and what are the recent developments. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it definitely looks interesting. And, you know, for all of those people who are out there who go to the gym, who box, who do combat sports, MMA, karate, taekwondo, ladies and gentlemen, this is the day we were living for as well. Thank you very much once again, WBC, for coming down to Pakistan.
Yes.
A lot of people are traveling, ladies and gentlemen, to Pakistan to make sure because they have their own official referees, umpires, whatever they call them as well. But we will be in conversation with the Director of Media Affairs, WBC, and he happens to be Mr. Jalal Haider Khan. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, good morning.
Walaikum assalam. It's an always honor to be in World Today, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Jazakallah. Thank you very much for joining us. You
And
know,
I think-
and you know, it's so different because you've been here for more than 10 times now, but you still do not know the right name or the right pronunciation of our morning show, which I believe is embarrassing for us. So it's World this morning, once again. Okay. What do you want to say?
Right.
Okay, so before that as well, I think whenever you are here, you're in different capacity. But
Absolutely.
the common ground is you're always doing something to promote sports in Pakistan. Any
Absolutely.
sort of that. So first of all, you let us know, how did you become a part of this? How come you're the media director for WBC Pakistan?
Actually, this was an idea of the, I must talk, people behind it. That is Syed Noman Shah. One, he's a childhood buddy and always an inspiration towards boxing. Basically, he was a bodybuilder
Okay.
and a very, very strong uh, inspiration towards boxing. And always, myself in Taekwondo and other combat sports, he would always talk about, I wish these people in Las Vegas and other countries, one day these title fights are done in Pakistan.
Yeah.
But I must give full credit to Mr. Noman Shah, who is the president for the World Boxing Council, and Dave Shaw, who is the UK chapter president.
Okay.
They've done a wonderful work, and I was very surprised. A couple of days back, they were talking to Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
and they said, "Yes, I'm coming too into Pakistan," and he's got some strong following. I think this is a way to promote actually the positive image and the
Absolutely.
tourism of Pakistan through sports. 2022. So these are the two people, and behind them there are many referees, international referees coming in from Spain, from Panama, from Mexico. You've already met Mark from UK, then
yes.
Ireland. And the beauty of this is a lot of people are coming from the neighborhood, that is Afghanistan.
Nice.
And Pakistani boxers are being trained by the Mark, who's 4 times kickboxing world champion,
Yes.
and also into boxing. And we are really looking forward to it, because on 20th, basically, they're going to break the media details about it more. 21st in Centaurus, the weighing, they're going to make it look really cool.
Yeah.
And actually, 4 o'clock in Jinnah Stadium, that would be 22nd, Saturday, they will open the fights. There will be around about 3 to 4 fights before the title fight that you mentioned, the Arabian.
Right.
Exactly, which is why, I certainly need to mention over here that this is not for the very first time that a title fight is actually happening over here in Pakistan. Yes.
Okay.
And for that, what we really need to do is that we really need to give credit to Mr. Amir Khan as well, even though that, that he's been representing United Kingdom or England in Olympics, and he's won himself silver medals as well. But over here in Pakistan, ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of young people who are actually into boxing as well. For example, one of my personal favorites is Nadir Baloch, ladies and gentlemen, because the last time I saw him fight, he had so much resilience in him, and he had a very kind of offensive style. He was very defensive in his style. Took the fight to like next 6 or 7 rounds as well, because each round kind of takes 3 minutes, and it's really hard to kind of pass those 3 minutes. You really have to be on your toes. Then Muhammad Wasim, ladies and gentlemen, is one of those people whom we really need to kind of give credit, because he has contributed quite a lot. And then there is this one Shah Saab as well, and there was a film on this Shah boxer as well. So I think that a lot of people are doing that.
Yeah.
But now, sir, I think in particular what we certainly need to kind of talk about is that this is a middleweight category title fight, the Arabian Sea title, which will be given to either Pakistan or probably Afghanistan as well. But while I was in conversation with Mark Lodge last time, because he happens to be the coach for the Pakistani boxer as well. How well do you think we are prepared, for this title? Do you think that this title will come to us?
One of the best things is, like you said, Amir Khan coming, then multiple things happening, then Mr. Wasim.
Yeah.
Then a lot of Pakistani followed. Even if you see in the news, the rising stars, in boxing. So it's not only one sport, and we are proud of all these people. Especially boxing has a very strong following. And I think it's a game of chance, like cricket, good days or bad days. But Pakistanis, they're trying very hard. And I wish, and personally, if you ask me, I must say I've met the players, the one you mentioned, and he's very motivated, and I wish best of luck for him. And I think Pakistan will win. Yeah, I hope.
Because when you're right next to a boxer, you never know when a punch might come flying towards you as well.
And then it's KO.
But this is one thing, Shiza, I need to mention over here, that these boxers, they're very disciplined, because they do not really let their hands loose outside the ring, and they know it for sure as well. And they're very disciplined, and they're very full of etiquettes, as athletes as well. So this, I believe, is wonderful.
Yes.
But, with Jalal Sahab, I have one more question. Now, Jalal Sahab, obviously, we're talking about the fight, so I'll remind everybody to mark their calendars on the 22nd of January 2022, ladies and gentlemen. The fight is going to take place within Sports Complex, and I think it's the Liaquat Gymnasium where it's going to take place as well. On the 21st, you guys have to make your way towards Centaurus if you want to meet or probably greet all of these boxers.
Selfies and
wonderful boxers who are over here finally in Pakistan as well, and setting their foot over here. But now imagine that the World Boxing Council came down to Pakistan and that we finally are going to witness a title fight. Now, I think we need to kind of talk about, because we have always been in conversation about combat sports with you, and you know, you've always brought a lot of students who are doing wonderful things, who've been representing Pakistan and even outside Pakistan as well. But sir, we have never seen such a title fight over here, that too if we talk about karate, taekwondo, or MMA for that reason, or even UFC, because we have Pakistan is actually home to the largest UFC gym ever built, and we have an octagon ring in that gym as well. So why aren't these fights taking place over here?
Actually, it's very strange, you know, 2021, we started with the Chief of Army Staff Pakistan Open Taekwondo. That was a very difficult task. It took us 15 years to bring this event here. Okay. It's not only picking up an event and bringing it here. It's like really, really tough. We have to literally go after them, and we have to pay heavy amounts for those events to come up, because they make a calendar for the whole year in the beginning. It's not that we wake up and find out there's an event in Pakistan.
So you do have a good news for us today.
Very good one.
Yeah.
So to begin, then 2022, the beginning is right here. This WBC to begin with. Next is couple of days back, we got a letter to Colonel Wasim, who is the president of the Pakistan Taekwondo Federation. Wow. We have backed another very big event that is 30 plus countries. Wow. It's called Asia Open.
Asia Open?
Yes.
Taekwondo Championship?
Taekwondo Championship.
Wow. And Pakistan's going to host it?
Yes.
Wow.
So 30
this is great news.
Yes, 30 is the minimum countries I'm talking about. So your Islamabad, Pindi will be jam-packed.
Wow.
So it's a confirmation done already this month. And we're really, really proud to announce even the letter with the signatures and from the president.
It's been approved.
Approved, and I've already given to the producer. I hope they can show it.
Oh,
all right, so if we have the letter with us, and if we can share the picture with our audiences, ladies and gentlemen, it's a good news coming in, where Pakistan is actually emerging on a global map of sporting events as well, where first of all, obviously WBC is taking place, then we will see PSL, then Australia is coming down to Pakistan as well, you know, and a lot of other international teams are even coming down as well. And in addition to that, we actually have a Taekwondo Championship taking place. You want to add?
Yeah, two more things.
Sure.
From 2nd to 4th is Asia Open, but they are all internationally ranked tournaments in Pakistan. Okay. Exactly 2 days before is Pakistan Open.
Wow.
Yes. So Pakistan Open, name is Pakistan Open, but the ranking is in the world ranking, like WT or Asia. And the third thing we are coming up, and we are trying very hard, is obviously our Prime Minister being the Khan Saab and the cricket. We have something very strong up our sleeves, and we are in contact.
Gilgit-Baltistan, I think that's what you're going to tell us about. Yes, please go ahead.
We are in contact with Wasim Akram, Ramiz Raja, and you'll be surprised. There were times you were showing Gawadar, the best grounds, but you will get a surprise that you got beautiful grounds for cricket in northern areas, Gilgit-Baltistan. Wow. I can't say much because you've already spoken. Because we're really working hard on it. It's going to come up really big.
Exactly. And sir, you know, I think we have a good news to share with a lot of people out there as well. I don't know how many people would actually already know about it, but there was an ice hockey event which took place right next to Pasu as well.
Yes. And for girls?
Yeah, for girls.
It was so nice.
It was so amazing to see that. And we're actually trying to get all of those people over here on the show as well. So if there's any one of them listening to us today, please make sure that you send us your details so that we can actually invite you over here on the show as well, because you can write to us on our World This Morning page, may it be on Instagram, ladies and gentlemen, may it be on Twitter, may it be on any other social media platform, just write to us.
Yeah, and so Shahzad shared the news with us, the entire team, and we were so impressed in all honesty. But Shahzad, I want you to go there and do it. How amazing would it be? Would you ever do ice skating?
Cold, yeah. It'll be so cold over there.
Forget about it. Would you ever ice skate?
Yes.
I mean, I think when you start doing it, you'll be warm enough and everything.
Okay, so you know, this is very interesting, and thanks to my parents, obviously in the first place, Allah Almighty, that I've actually been to skiing courses. I've been to, you know, the skating courses as well myself. So I think I'll pretty much be able to do a show while skating on the ice as well.
You know what? I'll take his word, and probably I'll challenge him sooner or later on this as well. But towards the end of this segment, I want to speak on behalf of all the people who have not yet received the good news from you. That is, over a period of few years, we know that now we have Pakistani football, which will be getting attention with the stadium and everything. You know, we'll have our team, and inshallah, we'll be on top of the world as well. And with your efforts and, of course, people like you working, we have a lot of attention towards now boxing and then, you know, mixed martial arts, whatnot. Still, we lack, there must be, I remember legendary squash players coming here and complaining of, you know, not getting enough attention. Same with other things as well. So what other good news you might be having for those people of other sports, other than cricket?
I was about to say PSL and GBL.
No. Cricket is always good news, huh?
Okay. I would say hardly a month back, it was Kamyab Jawan.
Yeah.
And it was one of the sports and culture wing. I used to be the General Secretary Sports and Culture till then. And me and my president Shah Zaman, it was a wonderful show because before the show, a lady came. She was a high position from the environment. She said, "Listen," I said, "Yes." "Do you think, can you look around in the stadium?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Do you think you can fill up this?" "I think you should go move in because you're not going to be able to fill this even half. And with the blessing of the God, you'll be surprised, you know." They had to create extra spaces. The whole space was full. And that day I found is the aura of the Khan. You know, he has something because I saw him, the way the crowd love him. It was fantastic. And I must say 2022 will really be the year of the tourism and the sports promotion.
Exactly, and that's what we wanted to be as well. But thank you very much, Jalal Haider Khan Sahab, for being with us. Lovely to be in conversation. We want to wish you best of luck for all the future sporting events coming down to Pakistan. And this is how Pakistan needs to emerge and let the world know that, you know, we're a peace-loving nation. One, I think pretty much everybody knows that.
Everybody knows it, huh?
We're very hospitable too. Everybody knows that too. Number three, that other than cricket, we can play a lot of other sports as well. And this is one thing that we've dedicated our life to as well. And I think that today is the day where we can for sure say that the dream is coming true.
Absolutely, and I'm really, really so happy and excited about it. But ladies and gentlemen, on this note, we are headed out to a short break. Should we do that?
Yeah.
Okay, but when we come back, we have something so exciting for you. So you have to stay tuned to find out. Let's not give it away. Good morning. Welcome back to Well This Morning, ladies and gentlemen. With me, I have Shahzad Khan, whom I think has actually had pretty amazing breakfast because he always does, and I hope you guys are doing the same as well. I absolutely endorse a heavy plate of breakfast, regardless of the fact that I seldom get to do it.
I endorse a heavy plate of eating whenever you feel like it, because that's what I do. You know, so it's not just limited to breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever I feel hungry, I eat. I don't
why
know
not?
I mean, I have a very different sentiment about it, and it's because of the fact that when you eat too much, it's like, you know, lighting the candle from both ends, you know, so you certainly don't want to do that with you unless you're burning it at the gym, making sure that you're going to stay fit and that your calorie intake is going to be what you actually require.
Absolutely. But ladies and gentlemen, that was one thing we'll always talk about because it will always be a part of our lives as well. But today happens to be a very important day in the history of Pakistan, I can say, because we are today remembering one of our very important national heroes, a legend rather. He was a columnist, a writer, and some of his work all of his work actually we're all really familiar with. Who am I talking about, Shahzad?
All right, so we are, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Mr. Munir Ahmed Qureshi. He was famous as Munnu Bhai as well. You know, he's being remembered today on his death anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely. He was born in 1933 at Wazirabad, Punjab, and according to a local publication, he started his career as a journalist at an Urdu newspaper, but soon turned to writing dramas. And some of his very famous dramas, I think we've all seen.
I think what I can recall is Dasht and Sona Chandi and Tamanna, Gumshuda. I think these are the ones which I can remember.
Yeah, and then of course later on in 2007, he was awarded with the Pride of Performance as well, ladies and gentlemen. Today happens to be his death anniversary, so we are all remembering him, and of course thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Exactly, indeed. So Manu Bhai, thank you very much for giving us whatever you shared with us while you were here as well, and we will continue to kind of dwell on it, and it's because of the fact that this is how we are going to set a new path for all of our younger generations who are coming as well. And you know, while you actually spoke about pride of performance, ladies and gentlemen, so I think I'm going to put it out in front of everybody who's out there, and I want everyone to kind of pray for it, because the kind of work we do, I think that, you know, one day, this is what I wish for, alhamdulillah, either I get a Sitara Imtiaz or a pride of performance. And I want each and every one of you to kind of pray, or probably tell the president to kind of, hey, you know what, this gentleman really, or this lady over here really deserves to do that as well. But other than that, since we are talking about art or culture, ladies and gentlemen, no matter wherever you go, may you be in US, may you be in UK or Canada or anywhere or elsewhere in the world, you know, your soul will always be Pakistani, your heart will always be Pakistani, and you will make sure that you represent Pakistan. Such is an example that we are going to share for the very first time on World This Morning's platform. But first things first, we want you to go ahead, take a look at this cool piece of work, and come back, and we will be introducing this amazing singer making his way all the way from Toronto to Islamabad to World This Morning, and what a fabulous singer he is. But first, this trailer.
You got me showing up, yeah, tonight's the night, alright, where we're supposed to be. Been trying to move on right from you, yeah, the timing just ain't on our side, oh, ooh, 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 what am I to do, oh, yeah, obey you, I won't lose. Oh, change your mind and stay right here, let me take it off. You can't stay away, and without you I just ain't the same now. I need that love only all the time. It's you I won't lose. Yeah. Feel complete, getting used to you. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I be making moves, I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be, I'm where I'm supposed to be now. Oh baby, you meant to be. I've been waiting here for you, gone from me. Oh baby, I've been.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the latest pop and R&B sensation is over here in Pakistan, in Islamabad World This Morning PTV World Studio. He happens to be Qaisar Syed, and also known as the stage name is Cezr. Hello, assalamu alaikum, good morning, how are you?
Assalamu alaikum, I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Absolutely perfect, and thank you very much, Cezr, for joining us. It's wonderful to have you. First of all, obviously somebody who all the way flew from Toronto to be on the show, number one. Number two, for somebody who went from Pakistan when he was 2 years old and came back, where he's actually bringing back a lot of positive vibes and a lot of positive image to the country as well. But let's talk about your journey. How did it started, and who actually kind of, influenced you while you were growing up that you wanted to do music?
Certainly. Amazing, and it's an honor to be on the show.
Thank you.
Honestly, alhamdulillah, it's just been a blessing to come back to Pakistan and get this kind of love and support, especially in the music industry. I can tell you that 2-3 years back when I was here for my sister's wedding, I don't think that this rise in music and pop culture was there and present. So it's amazing to see. And inshallah, what I really push to do is bridge that gap between Toronto and Pakistan and really bring that forward. Because my dream is like, when you go on Spotify and there's global top 50, I want a Pakistani artist to be on there. It doesn't even have to be me.
Inshallah, inshallah. You know what? This is something I think about every day. Because first of all, the charts don't change. I mean, it's the same 50 songs for the past 7 months.
Exactly.
I swear, for the past 7 months.
Because you
And I
keep
was-
on listening to them, that's why.
I mean, I surf, yes, but a lot of people listen to them. That's absolutely right. But I wish the same as well. And it's people like you who are going to make it, in all honesty, as well. But now taking you back to when you first started, was it a cover? Was it your own original? What came to your mind? And I mean, of course, because when we are seeking formal education, we're never studying to be a rock star.
Yeah.
So what were you planning to be?
To be honest, I did study marketing, so I was more of on the business end. But I feel like then I became my own product, so it's kind of pushing forward.
Isn't that nice?
And then going into music, I just wanted to kind of make people feel something, like happy, sad, whatever it is, trigger some sort of emotion. So I wrote my first song called Let's Go, and we released that July 2020 with my team back home. And then it was just history since then.
And there was no looking back. And for the very first time, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually met somebody on my show who actually has the same business model which I had as well, because I studied marketing myself and I became the product myself as well. And you know what, let me tell you, you've got a long way to go. Just keep on pursuing your goals the way probably I have done it. And because you might not know a lot about me, but this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. For all of those people who have an ambition and they keep on following it, those are the people who will make it towards the end as well. That's great. And for what you're doing is out of love as well. And this is what everybody wants to do. But for now, when we actually go to concerts, because me, Cezr, we host a lot of concerts over in Pakistan and outside Pakistan as well. What I've witnessed is that that now the stages are getting bigger, but the bands are getting smaller. So so earlier you would actually have a bassist, you would have a drummer, you would have a lead guitarist, a rhythm guitarist, backing vocalist as well. Now everything's done by a simple DJ who actually stands at the back of a boy who's actually singing, and that's it. That's the entire concert. How do you refer to it? Because I at times kind of missed that feeling of call band being on stage, or Junoon being on stage, or strings being on stage as well. Now the music has changed and transformed totally from what it used to be. So how is it catching up with the newer music in the first place, and then making a wave so that people can probably do these waves as well by themselves?
Absolutely. I feel like, yes, there's a rise in that digital music, like electronic, and really getting the mixing and mastering done, and bringing like all these sound kits, and they can just make magic happen right then and there. But it really, like you said, it's really nice to just strip that and just really have it all single and on stage right before your eyes. So what I would love to do one day is just really bring an acoustic album, something that just really brings all my songs to like not more of like a produced version, but something more enriching, something more touching to the soul. So yeah, I totally agree. I think we need more of that. Absolutely.
Exactly. And thank you very much for saying that, because where I've actually mentioned call band or probably Junoon or strings, I think there's a need for me to mention Shamoon Ismail or Talha or probably Manu or Abdullah Qureshi as well. And not just that, I think even Umair Jaswal has actually jumped onto the same bandwagon. Even Uzair Jaswal has jumped onto the same bandwagon by creating the music which people love. And this is very important for any musician out there, because I've heard musicians say, oh, we do music for ourselves. If you do music for yourself, don't do concerts.
Keep it
because,
to yourself.
your music is for yourself, then you keep it to yourself. So you'd certainly want to kind of relate to people, where you said, if I can make somebody happy, or if I can trigger any emotion, may it be sad, may it be happy, may it be somewhere in the middle, that's where the success of any musician or an artist lies, right?
Absolutely, I totally agree with you. And I think he's definitely headed towards what he wants. He knows it. Now, do you guys remember this was, I think, more than a decade back when Imran Khan came with the banger amplifier lady.
Yeah. And everybody was hooked to it.
Oh my God, India, Pakistan, both, and anyone and everyone who could understand Punjabi for that matter, or even bits of Urdu, was hooked to amplifier, right?
Absolutely.
So,
And all of those
I'm
shows were
saying that-
hosted by me, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The
I
Imran
didn't
Khan
know
tour
that.
was hosted by me, yeah.
Super, super. My point being, so he was, I mean, born and bred in Netherlands, of course, and everything. You're only doing English so far. Do you want to hop on to Punjabi or Urdu for that
Or
matter?
to English.
Yeah, because the crowd is huge.
For sure, definitely. I'm already writing up an Urdu English song, an album as well, and even with Punjabi, incorporating that in some sort of degree. It is going to be like a learning curve for myself, but I'm excited because definitely it's going to connect with my audience a little bit more on a different scale, and also. I also resonate with Hassan Rahim.
Yeah.
He's really
He's so
killing
popular
the
lately.
industry. Yes, and him incorporating those Urdu ballads and then having the English songs, English lines in there too, it's effortless. It's really nice, and it just seems like it blends. So that's kind of who I'm mirroring at the moment. So.
Wow, and that's wonderful, which is why I think what we really need to do is, because now when we talk about releasing music or releasing a web series or anything, it's all about being a global artist, because
Yes.
nothing can stop you now. Which is why, because we go out in 47 different or 46 different countries out there in the world, we actually want you to give it a try, bring that English in and share something with our audiences. Can we do it?
For sure.
All right, so ladies and
Definitely,
gentlemen,
we
this
can.
is Cezr taking it away for us today. Please take it away.
Sure, definitely. I'll just do a little bit because, it's the morning.
It's all right, it's all right.
You got me showing off, yeah. Tonight's the night, alright, where we're supposed to be. Yeah. Been trying to move on right from you, yeah. The timing just ain't on our side, oh, ooh, what am I to do?
Wow, that's
Nice.
wonderful. And you know what? Honestly, your vocals are surreal, bro. And you're doing a great job as
It's
well.
almost like Zen.
Yeah, and I think he looks like Zayn Malik as well. a little
I
bit.
think
It's
it's
just that there might be a few tattoos missing, but it's
Oh,
it's
man.
all right.
Okay, so here's the thing. I absolutely love this part, and I was so excited about it when I found out I was listening to Tightrope, and then he goes like, Chaudhvi ka chand ho. He incorporated Urdu, and I came to office. I was like, Shazad, listen to this. I couldn't believe it, and to be
Yes.
honest, maybe it was the Pakistani factor, but I absolutely loved it. Chaudhvi ka chand ho. He actually used the entire poetry. He said, Chaudhvi ka chand ho ya aftab ho, jo bhi ho khuda ki kasam tum lajawab ho."
Wow.
Right. So
Cezr ke liye taaliyan, pehla sher sunaya.
would you do similar stuff?
Yes, no, it's amazing to see these great artists incorporating our culture, and it's just like I just want our image as Pakistanis because hum bahut pyare hain. Like it's
True.
honestly very amazing to see this love and these kind of people here, and like we're just wanting to just bring forward. So that's my dream, to be honest, to bring that
Exactly.
image forward.
But Cezr, there's this one more thing which I think not a lot of musicians are doing these days, because you just mentioned that you're working on your album.
Yeah.
Now the trend of producing an album has been long gone. People come up with their singles or probably will do an album of 4 or 5 songs, and that's pretty
Yes.
much about it. And
EP is a thing,
Yeah,
right?
EP is a thing these days as well. Even Dino released his EP just yesterday as well. So, how do you go about it? Because for an album, first of all, it's far-fetched. It's so stretchy that it takes so much time and energy out of you, rather than working on singles. And if it's a hit, you make a video and then you go on a tour and then you just perform for people. Why do you want to go the longer route? Why not the shorter route?
It's kind of putting a timestamp in my life and also a timestamp for the audience, right? Maybe following it up with a few singles just to create that hype, but an album is going to be there, present, and it's not going to go away, and it's going to be something. It will be my first album as well.
Yep.
So what a better way to start when I'm in Pakistan and really with my fellow people, and really just represent them the right way. and also take the cultures and the teachings that I'm doing here. It's the best inspiration I can do.
Exactly.
And
Wow. And that's wonderful. And that's the best answer I've ever heard as well. And you know, but there's one more thing.
Okay.
I'm very sorry that I have a lot more things to kind of ask.
So many more things.
And what I want to ask over here is that, you know, that we have seen that now, you know, there was a trend where people actually used to go to, you know, hard rock metal, and, you know, people used to headbang, and we used to do it as well, you know, long hair, ponytails and whatnot. But the shelf life is not there now anymore. Then, you know, there was this genre of OSTs and, you know, sad songs, and, you know, Atif Aslam is going to be green forever, and Rahat Fateh Ali Khan is going to be green forever, and this is what I pray for them as well, honestly.
But even they are transforming.
Honestly, even they are transforming, their music is transforming. So I haven't seen any particular genre in music which has had a longer shelf life for more than 100 years or 150 years. So do you think that the music these days will have a longer shelf life, or do you think it will fade away with newer technologies coming in to make more music?
I honestly think it's going to be fading away even quicker now.
Yeah.
With Spotify, with all these, like we said, sound kits and at-home kind of setups, anyone can make music, literally. So it's all about applying yourself, writing, songwriting, and I think it's just going to keep on changing. But you mentioned rock and roll, and Daniel Zafar, Ali Zafar's brother, he's been honestly an inspiration as well, really transforming that rock and punk, and then bringing that back
Ali
to
Boy on the
Urdu.
beat with him as well.
Yes, absolutely. He's yeah, we have something upcoming inshallah as well.
With Ali?
So yes, so
Yeah, because he produced one composition for me as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, he's very talented, very talented. So yes, it's really great to just be a part of this kind of movement, and inshallah, you know, bring it in business as well. This is actually my own personal merch as well.
Wow.
So launching
Nice.
later this month.
And where can
so
people get it from?
so they can get it from my Instagram at Cezr.official, and then there's going to be an dedicated page as well.
Wow.
On the
Okay.
website.
That's
So
wonderful. Thank
and
you
you're on
very much,
Spotify
Cezr.
as well?
certainly Spotify, it's Cezr, C-E-Z-R, and yes,
That's it.
a lot more to come.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right. So I had, of course, so many questions, but I think we're short on time, so I'm going to save them for later whenever you're back. Inshallah, you're always welcome whenever you launch a new song.
Thank you so
and
much.
thank you so much for being with us.
So can you switch that lamp off?
Where's the, what?
It's right over there on the screen.
Okay, right. So, ladies and gentlemen, towards the end, we have a very special announcement. Today happens to be a special day in someone's life. Josefa, happy birthday, baby
Happy
boy.
birthday to you. May you have many more. Happy birthday, dear Josefa. May you be always happy.
Ameen.
Happy Hajj Day, Josefa. Stay blessed. You look so cute and wonderful, and we hope and pray that when you grow up, you stay so cool and wonderful as well.
Till the next time, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to take care and follow all the SOPs if you are definitely going to be in contact with people.
do that.
Make sure to write to us on all our social media pages with the name of.
With the name of Walt this morning will be on your television screens. There they are. Yes, come on. You got to write to us.
repeat of this show you will be able to catch at
5 past midnight. Till the next time, look after yourselves. 1, 2, 3. Good morning.
Take care.
Thank you.